Today's video is about how much it's going to cost you to buy an investment property. You're not always going to be able to owner finance. The bank isn't always going to give you 100% loan to value, meaning you don't have to put any money down. Sometimes you have to just prepare for the worst case scenario because the property is great, it's going to cash flow, and it's going to be a good property for you for a long time. So this is what, these are typically the costs that it's going to cost you to buy a property. So in Fort Smith, Arkansas, you can probably get a 4-unit property for $150,000. The closing costs are going to cost you about $3,000 or 2% of the purchase price. So if you have a property that's a little bit more, just kind of apply this rule of thumb that 2% of the purchase price is going to be your closing costs. Closing costs is always a huge question. What's included in my closing costs? The inspection, appraisal, loan origination, and title search are the main things. The inspector is going to go through, they're going to tell you exactly how old the AC unit is, the roof, the gutters, anything you could think of that could be a problem for you in the future. The inspector is going to look at that and make sure it's up to code. The appraiser is employed by the bank and not you. You do pay for the appraisal, but this is for the bank. The appraiser is going to go through and tell you the exact market value of that property and what it's worth today. Loan origination, that's how mortgage lenders are paid, through loan origination fees. Title search is another thing. So people always ask, what does the title company do? Why do we have to go through a title company? This is usually a lawyer, and what they're going to do is make sure there's no liens on the property, meaning that the owner of this property that you're going to buy, this 4-unit property, did not go out and get and put this property, put a secondary loan against this property, which if you closed on it and they did have a secondary loan out there, they owed somebody money against this property, you would now, as the new owner, be required to pay that. So they make the title company make sure you don't have those problems in the future. Now, the down payment is a big thing. Now, right now, I wasn't in real estate in 2008 and 2009, but I've read a lot of books, studied a lot through other people's point of view, and a lot of people today are going through the same things that people went through in 2008 and 2009. They're buying properties with $0 down. They're paying $150,000 for properties that probably should only be paid about $130,000 for. So let's just say you're buying at $150,000 and you're only going to make $100 a month on a 4-unit property. You probably should be paying a little bit less for that property. My typical rule of thumb is I'm going to make $100 per door on a property cash flow in my pocket. So if it's a 4-unit property, I'm going to at least make $400, right, net in my pocket after all costs are being paid. So you want to put down 20% on properties because you want to have equity on the front end. The issue that a lot of people went through in 2008 and 2009, they didn't put 20% down. They were walking in the bank as, a struggling realtor who was making $40,000 a year, and the bank was loaning them the entire $150,000. Not only were they not putting a down payment down, the property wasn't worth as much as what they were paying. So this down payment of 20% gives you equity. So if you needed to sell your property, you're only going to the bank saying, hey, look, I'm loaning $120,000 from you guys. So if you needed to sell it, let's just say it is only worth $130,000, but you pay $150,000. You have that equity to where you can sell the property. Now, if you put down the entire $150,000, but in 6 months you can only sell it for $130,000, and it's now not cash flowing for you, the property's not cash flowing anymore, and you needed to sell it, you would be in the hole about $30,000. Or if you only have 20, if you bought it at $150,000 and you needed to sell it at $130,000, you would be in the hole about $20,000. Somebody's got to pay that $20,000, and it's going to be you. So you want to put down this $20,000 on this 20%, so you have equity and you have options. Otherwise, if stuff hits the fan, you're going to be stuck. So these are some costs that you can expect. Worst case scenario that you'll have to pay on a property. If you guys need more guidance on how you can buy properties creatively, or if you just need a little bit of help analyzing a property, go to ArkansasMultifamilyExpert.com. Schedule a call with me. I'd love to get on a call, help you guys buy investment properties and build wealth for yourself and your family. So get in contact with me and we'll talk soon.